ready for your next act? Woo! Yes? Yeah. It's a pleasure to bring this guy to the stage because if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be here tonight. This guy is the producer of this very room, which will be celebrating 13 years in March, ladies and gentlemen. He does so much for the comedy scene, it is obscene, honestly. Ladies and gentlemen, let's bring to the stage Brian Coughlin.
Yeah, there it is, Todd Van Allen. Let's keep it going for Todd. And yeah, welcome to the Brian Coughlin Memorial, everybody. The Brian Coughlin Memorial. This is going to be it. Keith, you're next. Anybody here for Keith? He's coming up next. I'm just here to kill things, and then he's going to be, we're going to make him bring it right back up to where it's supposed to be. Yeah, okay. How about this North Korea, South Korea alliance for the Olympics? I think this is fantastic. This is they're unifying. They're going to march together in the Olympics, and then they're going to even join forces on teams. You know what I mean? I think this is. Does that seem strikingly odd to you? That like they're standing facing across like the DMZ, and now they're going to be playing women's hockey together. That's a phenomenal transition, especially if we lose to North Korea. Considering they refuse to bend their knees when they play, I think that's going to be very, very embarrassing. I think it'll be great if the Americans end up playing the North Koreans in curling. I think that would be a fantastic moment. See which is the first country that can get to the button. I think that would be the moment. Okay. For those of you that don't know curling, I really don't give a fuck. So the holidays were okay, fine. Everybody okay? Yeah. I took my kids. We blew off a trip to Quebec. It was too cold to ski. So we went to D.C., right? And when you've got two teenagers, 14 and 16, here's an indication of how well the trip was going, because we were doing like the museum thing and all. My 16-year-old offered to pay the upgrade to get us on an earlier flight. We were only there for 3 days. He's like, no, seriously, I'll pay for this. I will happily pay for this. And we saw these things, Air and Space and the African American museum. Went through the whole thing from slavery right on up to like modern culture and everything. It was phenomenal. But it's kind of depressing when your 14-year-old's favorite part of the trip is the breakfast at the hotel. I think that's a significant moment when, like, he was mesmerized by making his own waffles. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure he was high most of the trip as well. I was probably helping things along, and I didn't care because he was just creating this massive line. It was like snaking through the whole lobby, and he had his headphones on, and he just kept throwing out every waffle that he tried to make until he got to the perfect one. So that was fun. Yeah. I booked 2 hotels on the trip for the same night. I forgot to cancel one. So I got charged for one. What a doughhead. I know, I get it, okay? But the worst part is that the stupid fucking hotel we never went to keeps asking me how our stay was. I'm like, well, I don't know, if you haven't noticed, the room was hardly used at all. So it seemed like housekeeping was on top of their game. My 14-year-old wants to take up martial arts. He wants to take up Kung Fu, right? But we live on the east side, so it's like in the northwest, and it's like expensive. And I was thinking about it, and I looked at him and I said, hey, I got a better idea. Why don't you just shut the fuck up? How about we go that route? You just shut the fuck up. And then we won't need any more self-defense whatsoever. We'll be perfectly cool with that. So the beer store has this new phenomenal technology that they were pushing over the holidays. It's a new app, and what it is you go on and you order the beer that you want, right? And then you go to the beer store, and then they have it ready for you when you get there, right? Which is fantastic. Because what it does is it adds a step to the ordinary process. which is just going to the store and getting the beer that you want. So I'd like to thank them for adding that little extra moment to the thing. I don't know. The new year, everybody gets motivated in the new year, right? Everybody's all motivated. The pillow, I walk it by, live, laugh, breathe. Have you guys, everybody seen this? I do 2 of those 3 things every day without even realizing I'm doing it. It's not really that motivating, you know what I'm saying? It's what it is. My kid said to me, what do you think's the greatest marketing campaign of all time? Did some project. I said, just do it. I think that is the best one of all. 3 words, simple, to the point. It's the best marketing campaign of all time, right? He goes, yes. He goes, 3-word campaign. They are the most effective. I go, yeah. He goes, can you think of another one? I go, yeah. Go fuck yourself. That's the other one. Because nowadays, go fuck yourself is kind of like on top of just do it, right? So it would be great to see 2 people just squaring off. One person saying, just do it. The other person saying, go fuck yourself. And they're just back and forth for a little while. What else? My teenager. I don't teach, like the sex thing, I don't even care. I don't care. I don't teach them anything. I throw out spot quizzes. I said to my kid, I go, quick, name 3 types of birth control, right? Like I thought that would be a good way to see if he's on his game. He goes, okay, condoms, not having any, and going through the back door. Those are the 3 he came up with, super fast. He got in under the time limit, which I thought was fantastic. But as a dad, I felt it was important to tell him that yes, those are correct answers. But you do need to know that the safest, of course, is going through the back door. That is the... I've seen this ad where for Cialis, where the dad, he goes downstairs to the basement where his kids are listening to the music, and he turns up the music, right? So he can go upstairs and have a good time, right? I've done that before, but I work on an opposite principle. What I did was I went downstairs and I turned the music down because I want my kids to know that dad can still throw it down every once in a while. Okay, thanks. You guys have been lovely.